guys, today we're going to expand and collect like terms. This is exercise 4A from your Essential Maths textbook. This is question 1F and it asks us to expand 2x, open brackets, x minus 5, close brackets. Now, a lot of people make mistakes with positives and negatives and they seem like silly mistakes, but they do cost a lot of marks. So let's really stress the positive and negative signs there. In front of the 2x, there's a secret positive there. So I'm going to write that in. It gives me positive 2x times x, positive 2x times negative 5. Note that I just multiply everything outside the brackets by everything inside the brackets. There are my secret positive signs. When I do that, I get 2x squared minus 10x. For my final answer, I don't want to put that positive in front. I can take it away at that stage. Let's do that on CAS. Here we have our CAS calculator. When you turn it on, we want to go to the main page there, and we're going to type in the maths menu, and from the keyboard, we type in 2x, open brackets, x minus 5, close brackets. Don't forget to close the brackets. Once you've done that, we go to interactive. Under the interactive menu, there is transformation. We click on that and then into expand. Clicking on expand takes us to this page here. There is a little dot in the circle next to expression and our 2x, x minus 5 is written in the expression box there. Click OK and we get the answer of 2x squared minus 10x. It's not hard, but we do have to be able to do everything on CAS. It's really important. So maybe you could check your answers using CAS rather than the back of the book. Let's try this one here. 3, open brackets, 4x minus 2, close brackets, minus 6x. Again, don't forget the secret positive in front of the 3. Let's multiply positive 3 times positive 4x, positive 3 times negative 2. And then we just put the minus 6x on the end. We don't multiply the minus 6x by 3 because it is not within the brackets. Here are my signs that I've put in there to make sure that I don't stuff things up. I end up with there 12x minus 6x minus 6. Note that I've put them, the x's together. So here, positive 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, and then I had the negative 6x at the end. I've swapped those around so that I can see how to subtract there more easily. I get 6x minus 6. Don't forget that you can multiply terms that aren't like. So 3 is not a like term with 4x, but we can multiply them. We cannot add or subtract those though. Let's do that on CAS. Into the main screen, type it in, highlight it, click on interactive, into transformation, click expand. Takes us to this page here where we make sure our expression is in there and that the expression circle is a dot next to it. Click OK and there it is, 6x minus 6. Again, not hard but essential you know how to do. Moving on to something that looks a little bit harder but really isn't. Let's expand this one by collecting, let's simplify this one by expanding and collecting like terms. Positive 2x times positive 2x, positive 2x times negative root 5, negative root 5 times positive 2x, negative root 5 times negative root 5. There are my signs. 2x times 2x, positive 4x squared, minus 2x root 5, minus 2x root 5, plus root 25. We get to know that root 25 is 5, and this negative 2x root 5, negative 2x root 5 becomes negative 4x root 5. Keep being careful with those positives and negatives. And you can do it on CAS in exactly the same way as the previous two examples. Have a go. This one looks a little bit more tricky again. It's not really. X minus 2 root 3, all in brackets squared, just means that we put that x minus 2 root 3 in brackets, we put it twice. We're squaring it. We're multiplying it by itself. Again, we're careful with the positives and negatives and we multiply everything in the first bracket by everything in the second bracket. Some people like to use the FOIL method. Once you do that, you get the solution of x squared minus 4x root 3 plus 12. Let's see how we got that. Positive x times positive x is x squared. Positive x times negative 2 root 3 is negative 2x root 3. Negative 2 root 3 times x again is negative 2x root 3. When they are like terms, negative 2x root 3, negative 2x root 3 equals negative 4x root 3. Here's a little tricky. Negative 2 root 3 times negative 2 root 3. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Root 3 times root 3 is root 9, which is 3. So it's 4 times 3, which is 12. That's where that 12 has come from. Again, do it on CAS in the same way. Check out your answer. Let's try this one here. We've got 3 terms in the second set of brackets. That's a little bit different, but still the same method. Positive 2x times positive 3x squared. Positive 2x times positive 2x. Positive 2x times negative 4. Negative 3 times positive 3x squared. Negative 3 times positive 2x. Negative 3 times negative 4. Let's collect those like terms. Don't forget the positives and negatives. Whatever is in front of the number belongs to it, or in front of the term belongs to it. So this negative belongs to the 4. It's negative 4, negative 3. We end up with 6x cubed plus 4x squared minus 8x minus 9x squared minus 6x plus 12. We're not quite there yet. Let's collect the like terms. 6x cubed minus 5x squared, because 4x squared minus 9x squared gives us negative 5x squared. Negative 8x minus 6x gives us negative 14x, and just plus 12 on the end. A lot of people stop at this stage. Don't forget to simplify and collect like terms once you have expanded. Let's do a worded question. Here's a square. It's got 4 parts to this square, and they're telling us that they want us to find the area of the square by finding the area of the 4 non-overlapping rectangles and adding them together. Let's have a look at each rectangle individually. Number 1 is x times x, which is x squared centimetres. Number 2 is x times 1, which is x centimetres squared. Number 3 is x centimetres times 1 centimetre, which is x centimetres squared. And number 4 is 1 times 1, which is 1 centimetre squared. Notice that the questions are not always drawn to scale. So this does not look like a square, and this does not look like a square either. Or this does not look like a square, and this does not look like a square. But they are. Now we just add these together. X squared plus x plus 1. These are like terms, the x and the x. 1x plus 1x gives us 2x. So the answer is x squared plus 2x plus 1 centimetres squared. I put that in brackets because it means that all of it is centimetres squared. That's important. Let's do the next part of it. In part 2, they ask us to multiply just the length by the width of the undivided square. So this is x centimetres here, and this is 1 centimetre. That means that the whole length is x plus 1 centimetres. This here is x centimetres, and this is 1 centimetre. So that is x plus 1 centimetres again. So it's x plus 1 in brackets centimetre squared. We can expand that as well. And that's all.